Yes, it's not. Okay. So, hello learners, welcome to IES Marathon, back with the new lesson. And I want to ask you one question, and that is, why be moral? Moral क्यों होना चाहिए अपन को? ओके. सो अभी तक जिसने हमारे पुराने एपिसोड्स नहीं देखे ना, उनको आप जरूर देख लेना, बहुत काम आने वाला है इस वाले लेसन में, ठीक है? Okay, so you will find the links in the description and you can go directly to the playlist and visit our channel. Okay, so start करते हैं. Why be moral? Moral होना क्यों जरूरी है या फिर क्यों होना चाहिए? बुनियादी सवाल पूछते हैं. मैथाथिक्स का जो वेरी 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 बेसिक फॉर्म होता है ना, उसको लेकर के चलते हैं. Why be moral? मोरल हुए क्यों हम? ओके, बहुत कम ऐसे लोग हैं जो कि इस तरह के क्वेश्चन पूछने का डेयर करते हैं. और उनसे भी फ्यू लोग होते हैं जिसको आंसर करते हैं, राइट? सो व्हाई शुड बी मोरल? होना क्यों चाहिए? क्यों हम इस मोरल इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ लाइफ में पार्ट लेते हैं, राइट? सो ह्यूमन होने की वजह से क्या इसलिए हम एक डीप डिजायर रखते हैं फॉर द गुड, हाँ? या फिर हम हमारा मोरल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू इसके अंदर क्यों लाते हैं? जस्ट फॉर बीइंग अ ह्यूमन, बीइंग पार्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन रेस, right? So, human being by nature tends to be good. Remember in the episode 4 where we resolve the conundrum between the moral and ethics, right? You should watch that video. Very, very important. Where we talk about the summum bonum, right? Summum bonum, which means the human uh, by nature tend to be the good. Tend to be good. We are very, very good people. You are very good people, right? Especially for me, right? And if you do subscribe and share our lesson, you will be the most summum bonum person for me. Okay, okay, sir. Yeah. Each man and woman desire that what is best for himself. आप भी ये डिजायर करते होंगे ना, आपके आसपास वालों को भी ये बातें करते हुए सुने होंगे, ये हम सुनते आते हैं, right? What is best for oneself, right? That is the most basic aspect. But in ethics, where we applied ethical principle and moral practices to attain these things, what is best for us, हमारे लिए क्या बेस्ट है दोस्तों, उसको अटेन करने के लिए हमको क्या एथिकल प्रिंसिपल्स एंड मॉरल प्रैक्टिस, गलत चीजों का इस्तेमाल नहीं करना, हमको अच्छी चीजों का. वी आर मोरल बींग्स, वी आर सम्मम मोनम ना, राइट? सो मोरालिटी हैज टू डू more with the one interior self than the practices and some customs which are made by the society at large, right? Set rules which you have to follow as being a part of a community or the society. We already discussed this already, right? In the previous episodes, you can directly go and watch. So right, okay. So from this perspective, morality is a deep down desire in a human person, okay, which basically provide us the insight of by being a rational being. We are humans, we have a rational nature, we have the capability to look things subjectively, objectively, logically, and more importantly, moral reasoning. With moral reasoning, we can compare. हम तोल सकते हैं इनको, हम जिसको बोलते हैं न्याय के तराजू में, मोरल्स के तराजू में, एक दूसरे को बिना हानि पहुंचाए, है ना, राइट? ये सब चीजें ये ह्यूमन ही कर सकता है सिर्फ, राइट? अब इस तरीके से तो होता नहीं है ना, लाइक द सर्वाइवल इंस्टिंक्ट्स, जैसे कि हम बात करते हैं एनिमल्स में होता है, या फिर जो नॉन रैशनल क्रीचर्स हैं ऑन अर्थ. आउट ऑफ ऑल दिस, बियॉन्ड ऑल दिस परस्पेक्टिव, a rational person being a subjective and objective, one have to be prompts up, and being a person has to base himself on certain common principles. कुछ बेसिक सर्टेन यूनिवर्सल प्रिंसिपल्स, एथिकल गाइडलाइंस हैं, मॉरल रीजनिंग है, जिसके बेसिस पे काम करती है सब चीजें, राइट? सो हम ये भी पता करते हैं कि इस सोसाइटी में, द फंक्शनिंग ऑफ एनी सोसाइटी, वी नीड टू फॉलो सर्टेन रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस. दीज आर द बाइंडिंग्स. You may believe or not, you may satisfy or you may agree with it or disagree with it. You have to follow certain rules and regulations. I'm not bounding in it or on you, right? That is something which you have been following since you born, right? So thus the condition of being a satisfactory human life for people living in a group could hardly obtain otherwise, right? The state of nature or the totalitarian states, just like Thomas Hobbes explained, and the different philosophers like Machiavelli explained, right? So the institution which we learned in the our PSIR course. If you want it, I will explain each and every aspect. Okay, write it down in the comment sections. Okay, back to the topic. So the institutions, right? So the institution which we are designed to make life easier and better for humankind. What is it? The morality, the set of rules, that type of institution I'm talking about. Na? Without these institutions, we cannot function. Without the certain moral principle, we cannot function. We are humans, right? So, however, here the question of individual freedom also come in, right? Individual. अब you, now आप मुझसे कहोगे कि sir, tell me one thing, and I will ask you what ask me, right? So you will say कि if we have to follow the rules which is already set, right, which is already prevalent in the society, how we are free? Huh? Where is my individual freedom? Here's the answer, sir and ma'am. Now you will ask me one more question. How far the society can go on demanding? If we follow certain rules, society will ask continuously on demanding and demanding and demanding. Ah, कब तक फॉलो करते रहेंगे भाई हमने? तो वही मैं बता रहा हूँ. क्या हम अगर हम सोसाइटी की वैल्यू कर रहे हैं, सोसाइटी के रूल्स को फॉलो कर रहे हैं, तो इज इट नॉट नेसेसरी दैट सोसाइटी शुड रिस्पेक्ट द फ्रीडम ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल ऑल्सो? यहाँ पर वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चन अराइज होता है, क्या मोरालिटी के लिए इंसान बने, इंसान के लिए मोरालिटी बनी है? आंसर कर दीजिए मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में, इसका आंसर दीजिए. इज मोरालिटी मेड फॉर मैन और मैन इज मेड फॉर द मोरालिटी? इफ यू अप्लाई मोरालिटी ऑन एनिमल और एनी अदर क्रीचर ऑन अर्थ, does it make any sense? Does it make any sense? Huh? Right? So in the earlier episodes I already told you that morality is a lot like a nutrition, right? Just like we have a staple diet to survive our body, right? And to make things work properly, we should have to eat something. We have to maintain our diets. So morality is just like that. It's like a nutrition to our moral nature, just by being a human by default. Okay, so most of us have never had a course in nutrition or even read about it, right? ना कि आपने किया होगा ना मैंने किया, but we have a general knowledge about the field, right? Like we have to eat some what pulses, we have to eat some dal daily, right? We have to eat wheat, rice, vegetables, right? Exactly like saying, yeah, exactly like it. Morality is exactly like it, right? Like nutrition. Just like these diet provide to the body, morality provide nutrition to our moral character. Even then, we often make mistakes about the diet things, right? Right. We should miss our cheat days, or we make it double in a week, right? Or maybe triple, thrice, right? For some people, for good sake. Right, so often thinking of the good or a particular diet, we can do it in the long run to our health, right? Why we follow a particular diet? So that we can maintain our body in a perfect health for the long run, right? अपन अच्छे टाइम तक, लंबे टाइम तक अच्छी खासी जिंदगी जी, इसलिए डाइट फॉलो करते हैं ना. लेकिन समटाइम व्हाट हैपेंड विद द डाइट थिंग इज दैट वी डू नॉट गेट इमीडिएट सेटिस्फेक्शन. जिम जाते हुए एक दिन में बॉडी बन जाती है क्या? नहीं बनती ना. Exactly same like it. Right? Moral life needs time. Moral life needs practice. Moral needs to be developed in a habit of your life. Right? So while nutrition focus on our physical health, morality concerned with our moral health. Yes, exactly. Moral health is exactly the same and equal proportionately when it comes to the weightage to living a life with decency. Right? It seeks to help us determine what will nourish our moral life and what will poison it. क्या आपकी जिंदगी में क्या इसको नॉरिश करेगा और क्या जहर घोलेगा उसमें, है ना? तो वो यही मोरल कैरेक्टर, मोरल हेल्थ आपकी डिसाइड करेगी, राइट? इट हेल्प्स अस टू लिव आवर लाइफ और इनहेंस इट, and it helps to live us better lives. Morality aims to provide us the common point of view from which we can come to an agreement about what all of us ought to do, right? Remember ethics, the first question in the first video we learned about what ought to do is the basic question of the ethics, right? Okay, so it tries to discover a more objective standpoint of view for the evaluation than the purely personal preference. Here we do not talk about the what you think or what are some person thinks, right? It's a more from perspective of an objective standpoint. right? So this is why we should be moral and why we moral. Okay, it's not about why should. Okay, it's why be moral. क्यों होते हैं moral, right? In the next lesson we will discuss the ethical behavior and the different sources or theories which basically help us to make the determinant of ethics. To learn, to examine these theories, we will take some perfectly elaborated, comprehensively explained supernaturalism, which is the god based ethics, and next is up the consequentialism, result based ethics, right? And virtue ethics, and yes, exactly. Okay, so we will meet in the next lesson. Until then, do subscribe and share. I guess Marathon. So have a nice day and see you soon.